Hello there.
Let's talk Spider-Noir. I'm going to spoil things like I usually do for TV. I'm not going to spoil it too much though, due to the detective, investigative nature of the show. Like, I'm not going to spoil like how any of the investigations go or how they pan out, but I'm going to talk about the show. Okay, our basic setup is Ben Reilly, who is a detective, has been retired from being Spider-Man or the Spider for 5 years. He retired after his fiance died. So now he just does detective stuff alongside his secretary, whose name I'm blanking on right now. I cannot think of the character's name. I will put a picture of her up so that you know who I'm talking about. And he also gets help from his reporter best friend, Robbie Robertson, who knows that he was the Spider. Basically, the mysteries of the show are how did Sandman, Tombstone, and a couple other guys get superpowers? Who hired a guy with fire superpowers to kill Silvermane, who I'm not too familiar with from the comics, but in this show, he's basically what if Brendan Gleeson was the Kingpin. That's basically his role in this show. Don't know why I was waving my arm around like that. Anyways, so yeah, Ben Reilly, who is legally not Peter Parker, is trying to solve these cases, gets tied up with Silvermane's mob, and eventually has to don the spider mask again. So that's our basic plot for the show. I don't want to go too much farther into spoilers, but anyways, yes. I did enjoy this show. Like, it's a great throwback, not just to like old black and white detective movies, but like we get like old sci-fi mad scientist movies too, and like it's really great. It's a throwback to like a lot of really great old cinema things, as well as being like a really good comic book show. I almost don't need this to be a Spider-Man show. Like, yeah, Sandman, Tombstone, those characters are integral to it, and like the superpowers and things, but like it's just a great detective story by itself. Like, I don't think he puts on the Spider-Man mask till like episode like 3 or 4, but like, yeah, if this is just a detective story, he doesn't end up being the Spider, like, it's still really good. Don't get me wrong, like, the Spider-Man stuff is good. Our first like big like hero villain fight isn't until episode 4. Like, he puts on the suit and like has to fight this guy with electric powers. I think his name is Megawatt. Also not too familiar with that character. But like, yeah, it is a good nerdy comic book show, but it's also just a good like cinema nerd show and a good detective show. You know, like, do you get what I mean? Like, Nicolas Cage is really good in it. Lamorne Morris is like fantastic as Robbie Robertson, and like we get other like really good performances like from Sandman and Tombstone. I do not remember any of these actors' names. And Silvermane by Brendan Gleeson, who I don't think I've ever seen be bad in something. There's also like a really good femme fatale performance from the Cat Hardy character, who is obviously a reference to Black Cat. Once again, I don't remember any of these actors' names. Anyways, but yes, the cast is really good. The writing is really good. The story is really good. The only thing that like bummed me a little in the beginning was at the beginning it was hard to like hear what Nick Cage was saying, talking like an old timey. Here, see, let's talk like we're in the 30s or the 30s. See, but like you get used to it. Like, I really feel like it was like the first scene where like it just kind of shocked me, and like it was also a voiceover, so it might have just been bad ADR. But like, yeah, it kind of just starts out like that, but like then it just goes kind of back to normal. He's still doing like the old 30s voice, but like it's good. Like, it bumped me just a little bit like at the beginning of the first episode, but like overall the voice is fine. Let's talk about some nerd stuff. So his name is Ben Reilly, not Peter Parker like it was in Into the Spider-Verse, which is odd, because like the first line of the show like implies that this is the same Spider-Man from that movie, but like then he's Ben Reilly and not Peter Parker, so like that's kind of weird, but not like, it's not something you can't get over. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't name Peter Parker. My best guess is that Marvel Studios, owned by Disney, has the television rights to Peter Parker as a character, and Sony has the film rights, but they don't have the television rights. That's my guess as to why they named him Ben Reilly and not Peter Parker. And as comic book nerds know, Ben Reilly is a Peter Parker clone, apparently from like a really convoluted comic book storyline. Never read it. But anyways, there is a line. There is like just one throwaway line where someone says that after the war that he changed his name. Like there's this guy who like he met during the war, and they meet again. He's like, if you hadn't changed it, I tried to find you, but you changed your name and I couldn't. So like, I think they're trying to imply there that this is Peter Parker, and that after the war he changed his name. Which, if that is true, I think that is cool, and I would love that to be confirmed in a future season. I would love for this to be Peter Parker. I'd love even more for it to be Peter Parker from the Into the Spider-Verse movie. Which I don't know if that could happen, because like his Spider-Man origin here is like different from his origin that they showed in Into the Spider-Verse. So I don't know if that's possible. It would be cool. It would be cool if it was. Like, the weird thing about this is Amazon, like at first, like when it comes to the black and white versus color thing, like for the first 4 episodes, like the way they had it set up, like there wasn't any way to tell which one you were clicking on. Like it would give you the 2 options, but it would highlight both. So like you couldn't tell which one your TV was on. So like I managed to pick the right one, but like that was a pain in the butt. By episode 5, by the time I got to episode 5, they seemed to have fixed it, but that was weird. Anyways, I watched it in black and white. I didn't watch it in color. Like, it was made to be seen in black and white. But hey, I think it's probably a good show either way. I don't know what else I had to say. I think this is a really fun throwback to the old days of cinema. The cast all around is pretty great. The mysteries were intriguing. It was a very good Humphrey Bogart style detective show. I think if you are a comic book nerd, you'll enjoy it. I think if you are a old black and white detective movie nerd, you'll enjoy it. I just think it's an enjoyable show. So yes, that is all I have to say about this show. Real quick before I go, I want to mention The Boys. I was gonna review this season. I got too busy and I didn't get a chance to. But just real quick, I liked it. It wasn't the best season of The Boys, but like it wasn't terrible. I found the ending to be satisfying. Everyone who I needed to die in the finale died in the finale. So yeah, I thought this Boys season 5 wasn't great, but it was good. And really glad that Homelander got his. Really hope that another guy with similar opinions would get his. Anyways, not the point. But yeah, that's all I have to say on Spider-Noir. Hope they get a season 2. You can find me on the line in the various places. And until next time.
With great power, there must also come great responsibility.